Welcome to Orlando, Florida. A couple of teams hoping to finish their season in magical fashion by taking home a victory in the CheezIt Citrus Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. Line gets set, first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, and I think you come out, Palmer, and you say, I want to be aggressive early and maybe take a shot, but that's not the shot they were talking about.
No, and give the defense credit because they watch film too, and they knew this offense might come out and want to be aggressive, and they were ready on the back end that time for that. They came into this game hyped up, ready to go. Great individual effort by that defender getting the pick.
How about that play? A diving snag along the right side. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Makes a move. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find...
He uncorks one deep. And it's caught inside the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Unloads to the right. Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with this decision.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Paul. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team, there's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes, Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 deep. Hard to forget that.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. One thing I've noticed in talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique. And you know what? You also get to have some fun. I think that's important for team building, is having fun at your location, doing the different things together to start to build that unity that will make a big difference in the future.
Yeah, there's a saying in college football that your freshman year, when you get to bowl season, you're no longer a freshman. A lot of players grow up. You get the extra practices mentally, and from a confidence standpoint, you turn the page. I can remember back to my true freshman year, we were getting ready to play Penn State. We had a lot of NFL talent in my freshman class, and everybody just seemed to grow a foot taller. They were playing with a different intensity level that really paid off for us the next year.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. 2nd and goal coming up. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On the move. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
They can make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. Wedges, pushes, and he's for the touchdown.
Make no mistake about it. Bring in the beef, right? Bring in all the extra offensive linemen, the tight end. You know what we're going to do. We're going to line up, and we are going to smash 4th and goal situation. They are successful playing a little bully ball with the big boys up front.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think you just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the inside give. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The Badgers headed quickly to the line. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Makes a nice grab at the 25. Gets it all the way out to the 30. Stop. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. You make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle. It's Paul. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score now and out, 9, Wisconsin, 0.
A new set of downs after the completion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll put the tight end in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. Might be putting old Rudy Ingram in the sights for a single-season interception record with 10.
And it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get one, it's a nice day. But when you get two...
He wants to take the top off. It's complete. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Ramsey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Alabama offense. After after that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Discards it with the stiff arm. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. 3rd down coming up.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Running back searching for a hole. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. And the Badgers racing to the line in a hurry up. On 4th down, going to the air. Skips away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a 1st down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. He'll pull it down. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They move the tight end all over. They'll try to run for it. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season and throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to...
Got enough space, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Badger! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ramsey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, and when they get hurried, and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. He's going to run it. Open space at the 25. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Just going to keep it after the snap. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally shove him out of bounds after a strong run.
Offensive coordinators feel really smart when the run game opens, especially early in the game, because now everything is at their disposal and the defense is already on their heels.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that.
He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown Tide. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Handoff from the shotgun. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
No gain on the flag. Brings up second down.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Flips it out in the flat. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Number 15 set to kick off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ramsey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
1st and 10 will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the 2nd half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this double.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Makes the grab. It's Ramsey. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The inside handoff. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the 2nd half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking left. Pulls it in. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run. It's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
The Tide will get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They want to run this quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And the returner will be brought down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They're bringing heat. He's looking on the right side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. A 3rd and long coming up here. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll go to the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short. The Badgers will hustle to the line. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. The completion well past the sticks. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's looking to throw it. He lets one fly deep. Makes the grab on the right. And he's running in the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score Alabama 30, Wisconsin.
Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. He'll start this drive firing. He's going to fire deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
They'll throw it on first down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Takes it the other way. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Off the play fake. Dances away to buy time. Avoids pressure. Fighting off the defender. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play. David, this dude is so hard to get on the ground. He broke tackles, he kept the play alive, but the defense was relentless here, too.
Just kept pursuing and pursuing. You see, he gets away from it.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his big tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door.
Can anyone catch him? Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. To the air on first down. He's going for it all. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Turns it on in midfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. On the move. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Crosses the 30 to the 29 before he stopped. Pick up a 5 on the play. It's a first down. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
The option look. Got the first down and still on his feet. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Here comes the 2-point try. Go straight ahead. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure we're just trying to stay up.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level.
They'll throw it on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
On target to the left. He's off to the races. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's going to pass. He'll take a shot. And it's caught. Touchdown, Badger.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Okay, you have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the fourth quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the ground with the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. This is a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. He'll go down in a bit of an unusual way to bring this game to a close. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the party each and every week. And that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've